What up, y'all? Happy Monday, even though Monday is the worst day of the week most of the time, but here we are. What's up, Sifa? How are you?
Tired.
Time to wake up. Let me go back and see. Hey, Crosshatch, I didn't see you come in. Crime and Crochet, how are you? Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Hey, Fred. Turn on my do not disturb. All right. All right, I'm just gonna give it a minute and let people get in here, check some messages I have. I appreciate y'all. Sorry I passed out last night on Sifa's live there. I couldn't hang with all of you guys. Okay, or let me go grab it. I knew I heard a notification. Okay. So Jane, I have it set up to where mods can do it. I need to do like Sifa did. That's where other people can do the commands, but thank you for trying. I appreciate it. Yeah, everybody hit the like button if you don't mind. I have a lot of different things to go over today. One of the things I want to go over is debunking something that I feel needs to be addressed. A couple other things is some articles that we came across. Well, one in particular that I hadn't seen. Me, Sifa, and I think Aura had went over it with us. We hadn't seen that one, so I'm gonna go over that. And then we're going to listen to Jody Sweet, which is the guy in orange at the community meeting, because I think he asked really important questions. And if we have time, if everybody's not like, rushing off, myself included, to get dinner done, we'll get into a video that CNY dropped. So give me a second. Let me deal with this dog for a minute, get him out of here, and I'll be right back. Go. Sifa, did you engage the chat while I was gone?
No, sorry.
He's trying to wake up. Hi, Alice. How are you today? Or post your questions. Let me know. Also, so I know we did it my live last week, and there were a lot of things that people wanted me to look into and all that. So I didn't forget about that. I am still going to be looking into those things. I have it all written down. And like if there's anything anybody in here has questions about, like I said, please email me, even drop it in chat if you want it to be talked about, if you want us to sleuth it live while we're here all together. Let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to write it down and we will try to address it in future lives. Or so I missed a lot of that. I have to actually go back and watch what maybe that you're referring to. I'm assuming you mean since Sifa's last live last night, because I missed most of it. Uh-oh, Michael, you have an emergency? I hope everything's okay. Drive safe, and you can just catch the replay if you get a chance. If not, it's all good. Thank you for dropping in. All right, so let's see. trying to do this in order so my ADHD brain can function correctly. All right. So this article was from the New York Post. Okay, Aura, sounds good. And most of these we have already seen. I did kind of skim through because this was August 18th. So it was before she was found. And a lot of it is pretty much what we already have gone over. Let's see. Like this part right here kind of it bothers me because it was saying how a lot of people weren't talking, a lot of the teens weren't coming forward. And then this paragraph, a lot of people from the party may be in college or maybe just about to start college, and they're afraid they will ruin their future if they say something. That just makes me so upset because it was like, what about Kiely? Tell the truth about what you know. And it's like they're worried about all of these other kids' futures, but nobody cares to talk the truth about Kiely. It aggravated me. But the main thing in this article was that I hadn't seen this picture right here. I don't remember seeing this picture at all. Does anybody else remember coming across this? Because so we know that it is Daniel McKnight who works for the New York Post. He was also in the footage with AWP. And so he was on the scene, and it says an abandoned barbecue at the party site. And there's the, yeah, I don't know. I had never seen this picture before, so I was just like, what? Where did this come from? Exactly, Judy, they ruined her life. You do remember seeing it, Aura? Hey, Alice Walters, how are you? But yeah, I hadn't seen this. I thought it was interesting. It could be irrelevant. Especially if nothing happened at Prosser. It's just it was the first time I had seen that picture. And then there was also this one. But yeah. So like I said, maybe nothing, maybe something, but it was something I thought interesting. This one is one that we were reading that was it everything in here, Sifa?
What?
No, you're good. All right. I know Aura wanted me to show this video right here because so if you pay attention when you're watching this little clip, you'll see Sammy back here laughing and having a good time. There's also, I think, a clip in here where it shows that she's talking to law enforcement. Hold on one second. So I'm gonna play that one. Yet never seen this one or the barbecue pit thing. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that maybe I did see in the beginning. I can't. It's so much information that has been out that I forgot. But yeah, so she's saying pay attention to the first 1 minute and 30 seconds. So let me see if I can make it a little larger. And then, so also in this article, let's see. It's at the bottom, right, Tifa?
What?
Nothing, you're good.
No.
The part about, yeah, I think it's right here. Let's see. So Sammy and Mags, they described Kiely as the girl who would text and Snapchat. She wouldn't go without checking in or run away. That was another statement I hadn't heard or remembered reading anyway. And then there was this one. Let's see. Well, this is one of the posts by Placer County, how they said they were searching and they had one Falcon 30 helicopter assisting. Someone had to see her get in her car. She can't have just disappeared, Sammy said. And then it was this part. So she keeps hoping that Kiely would call or text, even though police said the teen's phone has been off since Saturday. On Monday, it says that Sammy sent another text. "Come on, girl," she wrote. "Please just answer." I hadn't seen that before. I didn't know that she had tried to reach out again on the Monday. So yeah, like this article we came across the other night and I was just like, what? That video went poof after it was released. Yeah, well, now we have it. Or did they ever release what was all in her car after the recovery? And it would seem to me that Sammy would have had pants on to cover the bruises instead of the white paint. I mean, yeah, you would think. I don't know what's behind the white paint deal. That's been strange since the beginning. And I don't think they've ever released all of what was in her car. Maybe that would come with the CHP report, but who knows if we're going to get that. And yeah, she was laughing until she noticed the cameras. Tracy, I don't know. Maybe someone in chat can answer that if that was her mom back there with her. I want to say yes, but I'm not 100% sure. Yep, it was their Falcon helicopter. But yeah, okay. All right. Okay, let me get these in order. Okay, this image here is what we're going to be talking about. Okay, this image. You can clearly see that it's trees. This is an overlay, right? So if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And these are trees. These are orbs of light. Like, from whatever, cars, whatever was going on here. But okay. It was done. Such a crappy job was done on these pictures. So I'm going to try to do my best. But this picture is the next picture that comes into frame, where you can see that it's just a zoom in of that area. Okay, these are the tops. These are all tops of trees. The coloration, how can you explain how if it went from this and then you super, super, super zoom in and you see this, and then you do some edits with your whatever, it's going to make the trees appear like they're much darker or whatever, but you can still see like this is the water, this is the little the land mass or whatever, and these are trees. And so then when you zoom in, you're still seeing just trees. There's nothing here besides a really, really, really zoomed in picture of this. So I just wanted to point out that, because I felt it was important, that there's nothing nefarious to see in this
Nefarious.
picture alone. Yeah, hue and saturation. But clearly it's trees. You know what I mean? Like, you can't make something that It's not there be something that you want to see, and I get that some people will try to see different things, but I mean, literally, you can see it's the tops of all of these trees. It's all around. It's a very wooded area. It's the tops of all these trees. These are not people along the shore. These are trees. And if anybody has any questions about that, I would love to brainstorm with you on it because, in my opinion, based off of what I'm seeing, logically, it is the tops of trees. So, does anybody have any questions about that, about this topic? Because this is the better one. Like they said, saturation, it makes the trees appear super dark, but it's the tops of trees. There's literally no way to get the daytime overlay to match up with the nighttime images due to the types of cameras used and how they change when it becomes dark.
Fact.
Right. And I mean, like this view right here is an even better one because, I mean, if we were going to say that this is people, then we would have to assume that all of this is a crowd of people, and we know it's not. It's literally trees, guys. Just want to point that out. I just want to make that be known. Can you zoom where the lights are to the left to see if they are on that trail through the woods that they pointed out on Captain Kurt's channel? On this picture right here, Queen? I mean, you can see lights. You can see what appears to be like a cluster of vehicles or whatever right there, and then another one here. But what I wanted to point out is like here is the tree line that was so zoomed in on, but it's trees, not people. You have to realize how far away these cameras are. And like I said, a lot of people will see things the way they see it. I can't tell your brain how to see it and what to see. I'm explaining what I see based on what's presented in front of me and using logical thinking, and it's not, in my opinion, people. Are you talking about this one? Okay. Yeah, I just zoomed in on the other one, and I mean, you don't see any kind of people out there. It's literally so far away that look at you get a basic outline of what you're seeing and stuff like that, but you're not going to see people in this image, in my opinion. I mean, am I wrong in thinking that? I don't know, but I don't see it. Yeah, and that's what I see. Exactly, the fact that if they had people out there filming anything that was going on, that would not fit the narrative of Kylie's car not being there until much later. So
Yeah. And they'd be way smaller.
yeah, they'd be so tiny, and then zooming in, it would be hard to make out if it was even people at all. So I'm saying I'm focusing on these pictures that were put out and scrutinized and made to be something that, in my opinion, is not
Yeah,
people.
those would be freaking giants.
Yeah, it would be because, like, you can see the water right here. These are huge, like trees.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay. So I'm gonna close those tabs. If anybody has any questions about that, or if you have any, I don't know, any thoughts about it, feel free to talk about it
Can you
freely.
can you bring up some of the ones that I fixed a bit?
Mm-hmm. I gotta go grab them. Okay, so you sent me 4. Let's see. I'll bring up the first 2. 1. And then this one. And then you can explain it. All right. So this is one that Sifa sent to me. Is there anything in particular you need me to?
Basically, I just enhanced the resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to scroll in,
Yeah, because isn't this the area that?
yeah.
Yeah. So these are definitely tops of trees. This is the little sandy area.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was this one that you sent, which again, you can see that it looks like a lot of vehicles here. I don't know. That's a huge light source. But again, this is the area that were talked about being people. These are not people. You can see this is the tops of trees. And then I have 2 more to show. Let me bring those up real quick. I'm not watching chat, so you might have to star some comments if you can. This one.
So Judy is saying no car. That's what that light source is supposed to be closer to like the middle of the screen.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then again, you can see right here, like there was something here, and there was a light source here, but this little peninsula and area of land is what was being zoomed in on the previous slides I was showing. And yeah, you can kind of see it clear here that it's trees.
Mm-hmm.
It's all trees. This is the last one you sent me. Yeah, so you can see how you wouldn't be able to see people unless, like Sifa said, there were giants, because I mean they would be right here and they'd have to be freaking huge, because look at what you're getting from huge vehicles. It's just like little light orbs, when you look at it like this. Can you imagine trying to see people like standing anywhere in here? Like it would be tiny.
Yeah, or
All right. Stonehenge statues.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Perspective is everything. Oh, you were wondering, Queen, if they were driving down that trail? I'm not sure. Let's see. Fire cams are individual and images taken every 2 or 3 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
The larger the light orb would generally mean the lights are facing the camera.
Yeah.
Okay. I could find this exact frame if you need it. Oh, I mean, I didn't want to get too far deep into it. I just wanted to show different perspectives of, like I said, this area right here, so that people can get a better view of it being what it is that we're seeing. and what it's not, I should say. But yeah, so I wanted to address that. I do not believe it's people standing there filming anything. Okay, I'm gonna get to. Okay, so yeah, she has very, very valid points. She voices out pretty much what we've all been thinking about the autopsy. None of it makes any sense. And we want answers. We need answers. We need someone outside looking in and noticing and calling out the corruption for what it is that we all see. There's red flags everywhere. So Queen, I saw your comment earlier about the kit. This is why I asked if a kit was done on Dante. I never can remember his name, but the Smith boy had one done too. Yeah, that's the thing is with Dante, we're kind of just like at a standstill. We can reach out to the names that we do have and try to find out what we can. And once we do, if we can, you know what I mean, if we get factual information from said person or people, then we can talk about that. But as of right now, we really don't know much more about Dante than what's out there. But yeah, I love how she was on to a lot. She was, and like Siva said, she's seen through the bullshit early on. Right. We don't. We know, I mean, we do have a lot of facts. We do. We do know a lot of shadiness has gone on. There are things that we do know. It's just we got to get it to the correct people. We got to get the right people's attention to see it how, we're seeing it. I mean, anybody that even comes into this case new, like they're new to this case and they just kind of doing a background and they going over everything and it's like this doesn't make any sense. There's been several people who have looked into it even now that are just like, hadn't heard about Kiely's case and they know that it doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense. So I wanted to offer, I know Aura and is Carmen Crochet still here? If you guys wanted to come up on panel, just let me know and I can send y'all the link. Sorry, y'all can hear my typing. But yeah, no party, no pics, no face, no DNA, no dental records. It just doesn't make any sense. A major cover up for either putting Kiely in. I don't think it's the witness protection. I really, truly don't. I do believe she was held or abducted. Possibly for some ransom. I really don't know. It's just the way that they were pleading to the public. The way Jagger had questions, like comments towards the person who possibly had her, like, please let her go. This is not a joke. Just take the money and the Hellcat. And like, it's like he was speaking to someone who he thought that may have had her. Yeah, no real search, no investigation. I agree. Or when I saw that, I was just like, oh, wow. I watched it live when she did it and I was just floored because we went over the autopsy so many times and like little things like that. Well, it's actually a major thing, but things like that, like you didn't pick up on because in real time, there's so much going on. There's so many discrepancies in that autopsy. Okay. Well, how about this? Or, Sifa, are you still here? Or are you just in chat? Because I was gonna say I can
I am.
okay. I was gonna say I can go ahead and end this one because I do need to cook dinner and I get that out of the way.
Mm,
And then when you go live, we can have Aura and maybe Crumb and Crochet join or whatever.
okay. Um,
To discuss.
so I was actually setting it up.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go grab something real quick. Mm-mm-mm. I'm just gonna put this playing something that we were looking at the other night. And I will see you all over in Civis Live. He starts in 2 minutes. So thank you guys for joining. I love you all, and I will see you there. God.